Join my own channel. Okay, there we go. So I can hide that. Let's see here. Start. Okay, cool. Hide that so that TikTok can't whine at me. Let's go to download that. And go to open. And at the same time, we are going to go to billing, cloud. Need how much I have. Cool. I got more than enough on there for what I need to do. Let's go to file. Oh, cancel that out. I actually need to find my downloads. Let's see here. Let's extract that. And we're going to extract this one as well. We're in a healthy extract. There we go. Click next. Made a couple of minor changes to the seamless. And hopefully they will actually have taken place. Let's see. I just need to see if this is the one that I want. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, so browse folder. Open that one. And we will see. Okay, so we have 50 clips there. So that's what I want. Photos. Now then we go to browse folder again. Pull this one off here. Pull this here and see if that puts in 100. Oh, 80. Okay, well, that's good. There probably wasn't 50, full 50 in that one either. Okay, cool. Now then, browse music. Let's grab some music here. We'll go to downloads. Let's see here. Ambient there. Open those two. Right off the bat. Cool. Alright. We go photo shoot. I went cinematic. Major test. Major test. We're going to loop that. Opening, keep the, let's change the font to Georgia just for the sheer hell of it. And let's just jack it up to 5 seconds. Here we go. Transition. Hard cut. Zoom in. Wipe down, wipe left. Okay, so that is going to be, wait a minute, hold on a second. Let's see here. Hard cut. The new transition, like I think it is. Okay, page turn, that's what it is. Okay, we'll do that. Crossfade. I don't have that actually. Fader, we have crossfade. Wipe down. Slide right, zoom in, pixels, radio, morph, and hard cut. I don't have that, so I need to print screen. Do not see it. I don't want to run Claude just yet until I see it. Yep. Ah, that's why. Okay, I see. Yeah, that one's... oh, I gotta fucking bypass that thing. That's just irritating. Let's see here. Set up that. We go to bypass. Go to there. Go to once. Okay, so we're going to close all that off. Apparently that's the wrong batch file. Okay, close that off. Okay, good morning, good afternoon, all that good jazz. And let's see here, we go live. So, set this up so that people can actually see the screen instead of my desktop. And hello to those that are in YouTube. Not that there's anyone in here, but it is what it is. Okay. We're going to go and do this here. Thank you. I'm fully branded. There we go. Click save, click continue. Yep. We go live. Voila. Alright. Okay, cool. I have to rebuild the exe now. So, we go to these. Oops, not that one. We do not want that. We want this. Outlook. Nope. Okay, I guess I gotta go to D. Go to here. Good morning. Good morning. I am just redoing a build file for my Seamless because I want to try a. There was actually a minor fault in it that I need to fix. And I hate when things aren't running properly. So, hope you're all doing good. Oops, I can actually hide that there for a second. We'll close that down, leave that up. And good morning, good morning. While I'm sending this out, I'm going to show you guys. I have a new HTML thingamabob. My poor brain. It does not function this early in the morning without a lot of caffeine in me. So I'm going to send this out to a few people. Hope everyone's Sunday is going good. Let's see here. This was the last one, so... Let's see here. Good morning, good afternoon. So, let's see here. Although when it's Sunday, I tend to have a slow day, but that's okay. There we go. Yay. Okay. Let's see if my... good. My file is done. Let's go to here. We're going to copy that. Nope, that's the snippet one. Aha, there we go. Nope, that's snippet. I don't want snippet. Okay, fine. Let's see here. New Seamless, that's the one. Control V, click yes, replace the file. Give it a second. And let's pop this open and see if the changes have actually been made. This is the beautiful thing about using Claude. I don't have to do coding. I don't have to understand the code. I can let Claude do it and do its thing. Let's see here. Sacred Eagle. Oh, let's do a Neon Tiger just to see what this looks like. We're going to copy that. This is all about stained glass, by the way. I'm going to close that down. Mind you, these pictures are not stained glass. These are what are from my generator, one of them, that I actually have up in my store. Okay, so I want to, there we go. Let's see if the seamless actually works like it's supposed to. Let's grab this one here. And there should be 50 on there. All right, so there's 50 on that. Nope, I don't want to browse file. I want to open folder. And we're going to go back one. There we go. And that should have 80 once it loads up. All right, cool. We have that. And we're going to add 2 things of music. We're going to go here and here. We'll do the Drake. Both of those, they're rather dramatic musics. Products, slideshow, we want cinematic. Let's try this as test. Actually, let's go stat. Let's see here. Test 6,000. That way I know exactly where it is, how it is, and all that good jazz. Hello to everyone that's coming in. Hope you guys' weekends are going good. It is Monday here for me. Yay, Monday. Let's change this to George just for the sheer hell of that. Font size, I want this to be a little bit more legible. So we're going to go to 80. Let's see if the crossfade, fade to black. There's page turn. That's the one that I'm actually looking for. We'll do the keen burn. Let's find my watermark. I'm going to browse that. I'm going to go to Realm. Render. Logo. There we go. Voila. At least this time I named the file something that I know what it is. Hey, Design, how you doing? And then we're going to go to Claude, and we're actually going to let it build. Let's see, Realm. Let's see, Realm Render Text. That's the brand right there. That's my brand Bible. This one, Grace, hey Grace, this one here is my turn and burn video program, and it's my seamless production house. The whole idea here is to be able to take a whole bunch of photos or a whole bunch of videos and join them together seamlessly, so that you don't see any transitions unless you want them to see it. So basically, no black screens that you see when you're doing CapCut or Canva. This all runs off of your own system. There is no AI unless you so want to do it. And I am literally going to go to my own store. Let's go to Beacons. I need to find my lovely little, oops. Yep. Come on, Beacons. There you go. And we're going to go to Digital Products. I am going to grab, this part is a little bit of an annoying, but just because I can't minimize that. Control A, Control C. And I'm going to put that up. I'm going to put all this in here, and I'm going to say price $40. Link in bio. And we're going to generate this with Claude. Now, what Claude is going to be doing here is it's going to actually fill in. Let's see here. I've got 80 photos lined up. So it's going to literally write 80 bits of text to put into the video. And then the price right now I have $7. Let me make sure you can see that so you know that I'm not bullshitting you or anything like that. Price is $7.85. You do not have to do this with the turn and burn. You can leave it as is. You can join videos together. You don't have to have extra text overlay if you don't want to. But this just adds a little nice touch to it. We're going to minimize that, and it doesn't want to minimize. That's something that I'm going to have to fix as well. But let's see here. Oh, hello. That's kind of cool. That's not what I wanted, though. Why did it... Oh, I see why. There's an actual neon tiger in the background. Except that one is way fucked up. This is literally a new stained glass HTML generator that I came up with, idea-wise. But this is supposed to be about the critters, not about the freaking... Yep. Did I actually open that up? No, I did not open that up. It is literally supposed to be about the creatures, not the tiger thing. Go to downloads. There we go. Let's open that up. I must have closed it off by accident. So let's try the sacred. Let's try a fire drake just to see what this does. Sometimes you never know until you copy that and you actually run it. Yeah, cowgirl with a tiger. I'm going to have to literally tell Claude, which is my go-to for writing these things, that, hey, I don't want an actual human in this thing. Now, this might be a little slow because of everything that my PC is currently doing. It is at 51 of 60. Down there. Well, that one is that is a cowgirl, but it's supposed to be a neon tiger. And that's why that one is all screwed up. Now, these ones are a little bit better. Let me just move that out of the way. Yeah, I wanted the tiger, not the lady. Let's see here. Oh, whoops. Cancel that. That's why. I'm like, what the hell's going on there? So that one's not too bad. That's pretty decent. So this would look good on, this would look good on a tumbler or a mug or something like something of that nature. Yeah, that's the problem. You couldn't see the tiger. Not too bad. That one's the best one though. Out of 8 photos, is my. Oh, hold on a second. I do need to cover the screen up real quick. Again, if you use CArt like I do, be very wary of what it shows because of the fact that it does do adult spicy things. All right, cool. Let's see here. Insert title cards in queue, into queue. So we click on that, and it should put that into here. Yep, there we go. Look here. You're going to disappear. There we go. Voila. So we now have 80 different title cues. And, well, actually, no, we don't. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically, 82 divided by 8. 80 divided by 2 is 40. So we have 40 title cards, basically. So what we're going to do is we're going to start this, and we will see what happens. This might take a while. This might take 5-10 minutes to actually pop up, which is fine. Let's go back to the stained glass part, and I'm just going to do Peacock Tiffany. That one will more than likely have a woman in it. Let's see here. Majestically, Fantasy Creature, none. Tiffany Studios America. Okay, that's glass style. Let's see here. Let's generate that just to be copy that. And let's see what those 40 title cards actually cost us while we're waiting for that to do its thing. So we F5 this. Make sure you can see that. And we religion, so it's minus 751 equals 34 cents. Not bad for text. Man. Thanks for the heart meat. So that's actually not a bad price. That's actually not a bad price. Let's see here. Hold on a second. I got a message that I need to deal with. Nope. Okay, cool. I can ignore her. Just my little sister being a pain this morning. Let's see here. Asking silly questions that she knows the answers to that I'm not in, so I'm not going to answer back. And happy Mother's Day to all the ladies out there. Mind you, it was Mother's Day yesterday here. Oh. Most welcome. It just reminds me that I'm very grateful that I don't have kids of my own. I have never wanted kids. I much prefer the evil uncle role, which I am very, very good at. Oh, now this is pretty. I like that. I like that one. And it is following the Tiffany art, glass art style. Mind you, why anyone would want a peacock for a pet is beyond me. They're loud. They can get the males can get rather aggressive some days, and they are actually homing birds, which people do not realize that. And they have, I think, if I remember correctly, somewhere around a 50-mile radius that they can actually go and still find their asses back to their quote-unquote home. Only reason why I know this is a friend of mine used to raise peacocks. The hens weren't too bad. They were actually kind of nice, but the males, especially when it was mating season, dear Lord, those bastards could get nasty. But he made them in off of not only selling the feathers, but also selling the peacocks themselves. But he would not sell them to anyone that was within a 50-mile radius of him, because of the fact that he would sell them. And when he made a head count, he would have whatever he sold back because the bastards were back at his place. Because that was, quote-unquote, their home. Let's see what the unicorn does. Generates. I'm going to copy that. And let's see here. Mind you, he always said that was a really good way of making extra money. Just sell a peacock half a dozen times, and it always comes back to you. Oh, sir, no, I don't know where your peacock went to. Mind you, he always banded the peacocks. That way, if they came back to roost for some reason, he could just take them back to their the original home, and it would take about, if I remember correctly, like 3 months for them to finally get the idea of, hey, this is your new home. So keep your ass there. We do not want you here. Let's see here. We're at almost halfway, so that's not too bad. 8-minute estimation time of build is 8 minutes. And the beautiful thing is I actually have a new program that I have to put up on the store. It's called, what it does is it will actually break down videos into snippets. From 15 seconds to 30 seconds to like a minute. This way you can take something that you've made using the Seamless video. Let's say that you make an hour-long video. This will actually break that hour-long video down into bits and pieces. Ooh, hello. That's kind of cool. Except it's got an extra leg. That could be all wiped out. Hello. That's better. Let's see here. That one's really screwed up. Talking about extra legs. Not too bad. And by the way, I did this using Claude. I built these using Claude and my Architron persona. But I turned the Architron persona into a skill. And the reason why I turned it into a skill, Claude throws a hissy fit when I put my personas in, because it's like, oh, you can't change me, I'm Claude, yada yada, and I have to argue with it and tell it to shut the hell up. and play nice. So I turned my persona into a skill, which, by the way, you can take a GPT that you have built, bring it to Claude, and tell it to turn the GPT into a skill. And then all you have to do is use and you can tell it what kind of phrase that you want to trigger that skill. For my Architron skill, I literally have it set up so that anytime I say I need an HTML generator, it's going to kick that skill in. So that I don't have to type out this huge, massive array of things that I need and or want. It will give me, for the most part, what I'm asking. What the hell is a Thunderbird? And then sometimes it'll give you these weird options when you actually tell it to give you weird options. I know the Thunderbird is a mythical bird, but I don't remember which mythos. Let's see here. Generate. And as you can see, my system is a little slow because of what I'm building. This does take a little bit of resources, but this runs off of your graphics card. This does not run off of your. It runs off your CPU and your RAM. It does not run off your graphics card because of the fact that writing a program to cover every single graphics card out there is a nightmare. I have tried that several times. It does not work. It's too damn fiddly, so it's just easier to say, let's use the CPU and the RAM because that's what it's there for anyways. We might as well use it to the best of our ability. Henceforth, everything that I do will actually be for that. And let me find the snippet. Let's see here. We'll go to output. Here we go. I took one of... Let me show you the video that I made. Let's see here. This is a video that I made. Double exposure. This is part of the sequence. Just so that you get the idea, the movie is 6 minutes and 21 seconds. Actually, I think it's like 6 minutes and 30. 7 minutes and 10 seconds. So, the Seamless, that was using the Seamless. The Snippet, on the other hand, broke this down. It took a 7-minute video, and it literally gave me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 different files, all ranging from 15 seconds down to a minute. It does this both for portrait and it does it for landscape. And if I remember correctly, it will also do it square. So basically, you can put it on TikTok, you can put it on YT, wherever you want, and you can use this whole idea here for different bits and pieces as teasers, as ways of stopping people from scrolling. Makes great B-roll stuff as well for your accounts, the whole 9 yards. So if we like the deep dive, that's literally a minute long. And I'll show you what that looks like. So there we go. We literally have a minute-long video that I can post on here, on TikTok, to grab people's attention and letting them know, hey, you know, the bundle is up on my store, which it is, link in bio kind of thing. And this will do actual videos as well. It just literally looks for audio cues and voice cues and sits there and snips bits and pieces of the entire process. This way you can actually pick and choose what you actually want to do. And if we do this one here, this is a short, this is 15 minutes. This is actually... And there we go. You know, that's literally 30 seconds. So it's not just for, you know, photo shoots. It can actually be for actual videos. It splits them very well. And here's our Thunderbird. And I'm going to put that up for on sale for probably about... I'll put it up on my store probably around $47. It's very fast for splitting photos up. For splitting videos up to give you straight little tiny videos that you can put anywhere. You can use them as a teaser trailer. You can use them as B-roll, as I said. You can use them as a, hey, look here, you know, stop, you know, scroll stoppers to have people start looking at your content a little bit more. That's a little screwy. Now that one's not bad. So as you can see, with the stainless one's not too bad. Well, stained glass, I should say. And we have a Shadow Panther. We'll try one more just to see what it does. Generate. Always prefer hitting generate so that I know what it's doing. Go to V. And by the way, with the seamless, what I'm building, I actually put a new transition in, so it should look like it's an actual page turning. We'll see if that works or not. But there was a minor glitch in there that would basically, you could click a photo, you could add photos or add a file folder, and if you wanted to add more to it, it wouldn't add more. It would delete the old stuff that you would put in there to make room for the new. And it's like, no, that's not what I wanted. On my seamless, you can literally put all your photos or your videos into a folder, and instead of clicking on them one by one, you can literally load the entire folder. As you can see, like down on the bottom here, let me make sure you can see that, yep. On the bottom, there are literally 80 photos that I loaded up. Beforehand, if I would have only loaded 50 per folder, and I wanted to add both folders, so say that I had one folder that was, both of them that were 50 photos each, and I did not want to combine them, I just kept them separate for some reason. I could only do one folder at a time and make a video, then make another video. Pain in the ass to do that way. Now, I don't have to do that. Now I can hunt and peck for whatever I want to add. Ooh, these aren't too bad. Ah, I like that one. That actually looks like it's coming out of the painting. Some of these are not too bad. That one I like. Paul's a bit massive, but even the mutants must be represented. Now that one is really fucked up. Yeah, well, AI can't be perfect every single time. There are a few usable photos in there, though. And let's see here. Let me grab. I want to see. Let's go to download because I don't remember if I actually added let's see, Arnold Decay portrait, Wildfire. That's the one. This is part of my bundle that is on my store. It is literally called Wildfire Portraits. And we are going to grab... let's do the Rebirth one. I don't remember doing the Rebirth. Generate that. We're going to copy this. And this time I'm going to make sure that I have my Gothic influence on it. And we pop that here. Now, I love double exposures, and this is what this is supposed to be. It's all about double exposures. Now, if you want to build a double exposure HTML, it's relatively easy. The hard part is getting the AI to actually understand what you want. I had one that I'm not going to show anybody, but it came up with a better idea. I was trying to get basically the primary focus point was an animal. The secondary, which is the exposed part, was going to be a human, so that they would meld in between. And unfortunately, the AI, for some reason, could not figure that part out. No matter what I did, it would not do it. But it did come up with a better idea. Well, I came up with a better idea of using apex predators and their environments to blend it in. And see, we have a double exposure with fire and wildlife. This is a true double exposure. Ooh, I like that one. And yes, this is one of 9 generators that are up on my store, bundled together, $40. That's a $50 saving because I normally charge $10 per generator. But I like these. These aren't bad. This one I think is one of the best ones. That would make very good wall art. Let's see if my movie's done yet. Nope, it's almost done. The watermark part is what takes damn near forever. 22 seconds, supposedly. So there we go. That's not bad. Let's build another HTML generator. Now, I am cheating this, but I will go the long way. I don't have to do this because I've got a full skill, but I'm going to do this the long way. Let's go. Okay. Actually, what I'm going to do is let's go back to double exposures, because I had Claude build me a whole bunch of them. And let's just ask him for another 20. Oh, yeah. Give me another 20 ideas for double exposures. HTML generators. And we'll see what ideas he comes up with. No, not at all. Hey, son. What TT has issue with is if there's too much flesh showing. So if you have, which is, to be perfectly honest, it's a double standard here, because I have tried this once just to see if I'd get my ass banned or not. Showed a woman, it's perfectly clean photo, mind you. It was very nice. It was a lady that was standing in front of a waterfall. She was in a bikini. I got tagged right then and there for showing too much flesh. Then, once the stupid little 10-minute ding went away, I showed another photo but this time of a man, very nice looking man, in a Speedo, standing in front of a waterfall. Guess what happened? Not one damn thing. So it's a double standard on TT, to be perfectly honest. And let me tell you, that Speedo left nothing to imagination. I was getting a little on the envious side of my own picture. But TT has a really weird double standard going. So we have Cosmic, Ellipse Portal, Solar. Oh, that might be kind of good. Comet Portraits, Black Hole Portraits. Already have one of those. Nimbus Birth Photos. Let's see here. Structures. Cathedral Face plus Gothic arches, stained glass, folded ceilings. That might be interesting. Ruin Portraits. It really likes its ruins. raw concrete, underwater ruins, organic. Let's see, face plus cherry blossoms. Actually, let's do number 15. That might make it kind of cool. Those are literally just a stained glass. This is literally a stained glass animals. Both, you have a choice of 30 fantasy or 30 real animals on the drop down. So let's go with which one? Let's go with number 15. And I can cheat this. Now, one thing that is really good when you are in any AI. The double exposure. Yeah, I'm doing new double exposures here in just a second. As you can see over here, right here, it's a little hard to see. Let me just zoom in a little bit. I have a chat literally called double exposure, HTML generators. I can actually, the ones that I actually showed, those are actually in my store already. Yeah, it's an entire bundle, $40 for 9 generators. The Wildfire is one of them. Now, as I was saying, if you are in any AI that actually has a chat like this, if you stay within the same chat, once you give it the basics of what you need, you don't have to sit there and constantly type out, okay, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this. You can literally say, you can continue the conversation and just say, okay, I like number 15. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to say, I really like number 15. So build this like you have done for the other HTML generators. So I can get away with a one-line sentence. I don't have to type in this huge, massive prompt because it already remembers what it has done in the past on this specific chat. Now, if I were to start a brand new chat, I have to go back in and I have to do the proper prompting. Otherwise, it's not going to know what I want. Because I could literally just say, I really like number 15. 15 is the second portraits. It wouldn't know what the hell to do with this. It might give me a generator. It might not. It might actually ask some clarifying questions. Cool. We are done. So let's check this out. But it will still be... okay, so... Test. Shit. Which one was this one? It was test 600. I left it in landscape. Oh, well. We'll see how this works. I can always regenerate it. Yeah, that's good. Let's try regenerating this in the right way. Turn page. Yep, that's what I want. What I forgot to do is I forgot to change this from that to, we go portraits, because that's what everything is in. Portrait, we go TikTok again. This time, Reels, TikTok. And we are going to re-render. I need to rename this. We'll go test 7,000 so that I remember what it is. See, this is what happens when you're not paying 100% attention. I forgot to properly set the settings. And let's see here. Let's go, instead of 5 seconds, I prefer a hold of 10 seconds per photo, which is going to make the video even longer. Let's start rendering. So we now literally are going to re-render an entire. We're going to keep the whole thing that Claude gave me. All the text is on brand for me because I loaded my brand Bible up. Told it was all about my bundle, and we're going to let it rebuild yet again. And let me actually show you the snippet one. Let me just grab that as well, and I will see your outputs snippet. There we go. And actually, I think did I actually have a new snippet? Let me see here. Just to be on the safe side. Yep, I do. New snippet. We'll pop that up. My computer's not going to like me when I do this, but that's okay. Claude is building us a face plus cherry blossom storms, petal fall, branches, silhouettes, all of it. As you can see, Claude is building. This is vibe coding, folks. You probably didn't even realize that you were actually vibe coding when you were doing that. All right, we go here. I go to output. There we go. Let me find my test again. If we click open. Default, we're gonna slideshow. As you can see, we literally have different defaults, and it's basically the silence. It's listening for the music more than the videos, because computers really can't see the video that well, but it can actually hear, quote unquote, for audio files. And we actually literally have export 16:9 or the 9/16 for basically TikTok Shorts portrait. So we analyze video. And it's going to analyze the video for us here. And it's like me, it's grumpy as well, so it gets a little, it will literally say weird things to you. Like importing your best 3 minutes shouldn't take long. And this normally doesn't take that long. If you're using a photo slideshow, like what I did with this one, it will take a little bit of time to do it. Take about 4 or 5 minutes. But I am also pushing my computer right now by building both a movie as well as splitting the one that we just did. So as you can see, audio pass done, 0 silences found, continuing music, no silence attached. This would go faster if there was more good parts. See what I mean? It gets a little shitty with you. And we actually want this to actually scan. Now what it's doing is it's actually scanning 4 places that it can break the photo slideshow up. As I said, this will take about 3 or 4 minutes. Oh, there we go. Took less time than that. Now, we have previews. So we have 8 seconds to 23 seconds, 24 to 39. And as you can see, we literally, we have 15 second teaser trailers. And then we have, let's see here, more 15 seconds. I can choose whichever one I want. Like if I click on the square there, it'll give this square over here. It'll give me that. I can unclick it or click it again. Does not matter. So you would literally go through your each of these, just checking out the thumbnail to figure out which ones you actually want to keep. Let's see here. Mind you, you could keep them all if you wanted to. So we have 15 second teasers. We have shorts that we can now click through. And these are about 30 seconds, your shorts are. And let's see here. Deep dives, which is basically a minute-long video. So if I wanted to split all these up, I literally have 2 deep dives selected. I have 1, 2. So there are 3. There's actually 3 shorts. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 teasers. So we just export these, and it will literally export them all. Hey, IT. So we literally have both now. I literally now have this is exporting the files, and I'm building another long 12-minute long video. And we'll see if the transition flips like what I want, because if it doesn't, I think I know how to get it to where I can make it look like a page actually turning, because I know you can do that. And we are also building another double exposure HTML generator. So you can do multiple things at once and walk away. And IT, if you're here, when do you want to do the, if you've got time in, say, half hour, we can do that Zoom if you wanted to. I don't mind cutting the live short. So, here we go. We go to copy, we go to downloads. Let's see what this does, shall we? Hey, Tanya, how you doing? Hope you're having a good Sunday. Let's see here. We have a whole bunch of... No, let's see here. Let's try that one. I have a whole bunch that I cannot pronounce. This is the beautiful thing about options. You can always play with this and say, hey. We're going to paste that in there. And we'll see how fast my connection is. These are actually part of my double exposure generator bundle, which is up on my store. It's $40. You get 9 different double exposure generators. These are stained glass stuff that I made. Let me show you the double exposures. Watch your eyes if you are scroll sensitive. Let's see here. There we go. There we go. This is part of the double exposures. So we literally have Eagle with the Aurora in there. The Arctic Aurora. And this is using CArt, by the way. CArt is my go-to. Let's see here. Some of these didn't come out very well. That's why I didn't include that in the generator. Yep, here we go. These ones here are these are screw ups because I forgot to press turn it into a portrait, but this is a square. But these still aren't too bad. That one's not bad. And then we have an Arbitrist one. This one actually turned out a little decent. I just like the look of the trees. Yeah, there's a couple of them there. That one is called the storm. That one is the storm one. Here's all about the ocean. It was supposed to be mist, and I just did not like the way that they showed up. Now, see, this is an actual double exposure as well. The Old Man in the Sea. Some of those didn't turn out too bad. Here's one that's all about storms. So that one, these ones didn't come out too bad either. More of the arborist trees. Now this is what it was supposed to be doing. It was supposed to be basically autumn and winter at the same time. Oh, one thing's done. What is done? Ah, cool. So import all. So we my clips are all. The snippet has actually been done. Yeah, hold on a second. Let's see here. We go back to snippets. We go to output. And as you can see, we now have a ton of different snippets that we can actually use. Like this one here. This was a screw up, but as you can see, it's literally split up. So I can literally have a very quick 15-second video. Mind you, that was a screw up on my part. That was not the program's fault. That was mine because I was not paying attention to my settings. Okay. Yeah. What's going on here? Oh, yeah, that's why. Export. There we go. Close that off. And you wanted to see the one with the women. Again, hold on, let me go back up to the top here. Right here. These ones just didn't come out that well. That's why I didn't really show them that much. This was supposed to be mist and the water. Oh, then that wasn't the one with the black hair then. Let's see here. There was no one with black hair for the water one that I'm aware of. Yeah, that one I'm going to, Tanya, I'm going to put the stained glass one up on my Google Drive file once this live is done. So if you want that, make sure you go and grab that, because next Saturday I'm wiping everything out. Let's see here, what else? Here's the Gorilla ones that I like. Full double exposure. And this is actually part of the generator bundle as well, that is on my store. Hannah, I will go back later. And okay, this one also. This is basically nature reclaiming reclaiming skulls. This is actually part of there as well. A bit macabre, but I like it. I do like the macabre stuff. This one is the Cosmic Portraits. This is why I like double exposures. You can produce some really interesting things if you get the AI to play nicely with you. Sometimes it can be a right pain in the ass to get it to do a double exposure properly, because it's a hard thing for it to understand. These ones were not too bad. This one was all about black holes, if I remember correctly. That one's good. I like that one. That didn't come out too bad either. Not a double exposure, but still, it's usable. This is the whole Aurora Borealis, and having that as a double exposure. That one's one of the better ones. That was a little screwy. That one is one of the better ones out of that one. And here's a few more that I was just playing around with. That one's good. This one I actually like. I could see a use for some of these. And these are all the fire ones. And this is a double exposure for caves. These ones came out a little weird. Some of them aren't bad though. Back to the Future on that one. Back to that one on that one. These are the ones that came out a little on the weird side, but they're still not bad. In a minute, Hannah. And then these are the stained glass ones. This one was a complete bust. It was supposed to be all about the tiger, and for some reason I put a freaking cowgirl there. Fire drakes. Peacocks. Only a couple of these actually came out on the unicorns. The rest of them were all really defective. Panther ones aren't too bad, except for that one there. This one here is, as you can see, all sorts of fucked up. But this, the stained glass one, I'm going to put in there. Here's the other, a few more of the fire ones that I ran through. Ah, here we go. And this is for the blossom one. Not too bad, actually. Not a full double exposure. That one's decent. Yeah, these are pretty. So that's not too bad. Those aren't too bad. Let's pop up another one. Let's just grab Petal Eye. Generate that, copy, and we'll see what that does. Now, which one did you want, Hannah, again? You said that she was in water. Go back 5 picks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, it's going to be further than that. Let me find the ones that are all about the women in the water. Are you talking one of these here? Or are you talking these? Here's this one. These were the first ones that I actually ran for the cave system. Not exactly what I was expecting, but it's still not bad. Why am I stopping? If you want the photos, you can. Let's see. If you want the photos, you can generate the photos by buying my generators. This is actually part of the bundle. There are literally 9 HTML generators in there. The settings that I use, by the way, if you want to use CArt, my favorite settings are right here. I use the Infinity, I can never pronounce that right, model. And the Laurel, my favorite Laurel is the Ethereal Gothic. It just adds something nice to it. So, without, they do decent without, it does decent without it. Let me just show you. Let's grab that here. Let's see what this does. These aren't too bad. Not exactly a true double exposure, though. So I may have to go back to Claude and whine about that. That hey, these are very beautiful, mind you, but they're not double exposure. What the fuck? Why are you back? Get away. Go. Get a fucking seagull that's lost. Bastard keeps showing up for some reason. I am literally 2.2 Ks away from the ocean. It is going away from the ocean. It should not be here. Mind you, these aren't bad, but it could be a lot better for double exposure. So what we're going to do, let's pop the Laurel off and see what happens. Because sometimes the Laurel itself might screw things up. Sometimes it makes it better. So we will see what this does. Let's see here. I don't know why you keep sending me shit. But you will see the difference between. Okay, see, this is with the Gothic, and this is without the Gothic. And these are more about the gal than it is about the cherry blossoms. But as you can see, the Laurel does make a change on it. This is why I love CArt, because of the fact that you can make massive changes, keep the same prompt, and all you got to do is change the model or change a Laurel, and you're going to get something completely different. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Claude and say, okay, these photos are lovely, but they are not double exposures. Fair call. The generator built prompts that describe double exposure but not being explicit enough in the actual prompt language to force AI image to actually produce the double exposure composite effect. So there we go. The problem is clear. The prompt is structured like a brief sheet with headers, but Midjourney and Stable Diffusion need the first line to be a strong, natural language sentence. So it's going to rewrite this entire thing for us. For me, I would honestly suggest, again, just using the Infinity model by itself with no laurels. And that's what you will get with these. Now, there are other models out there that you can try. I am not going to show you these models because I will get kicked off TikTok so damn fast it'll make your head spin. Because, again, CArt comes with a warning. It does do adult spicy. Soft adult spicy. And there are a lot of both laurels as well as models that are designed for soft adult spicy. And as you all well know, TikTok does not like that kind of thing. Most social media does not like that kind of thing. So when you are producing these, you have to be very careful on what you are showing. Otherwise, you may find yourself being kicked off. Where is my storm generator? Let me find the storm generator. Cave, wildfire, aurora, cosmic. There was a couple of them. Here we go. The storm. And if we go to, let's see here, Tornado Alley. We'll pop that one up there. Let's generate that. We're going to copy that. And let's chuck this in both with and without the laurel. All right, so this hot and spicy is basically soft porn. Putting it bluntly on that one. Hold on a second. I do have to cover this up because TikTok will whine. There we go. So you have to be very careful. You literally have to be careful with what you are being shown. So this is without the Gothic laurel. Yep, got to do the puzzle thing. Hold on. There we go. Yay, did it. Oh, CArt. It is literally SEA art.ai. Now, if you want to make an adult spicy generator, go to Grok and tell Grok exactly what you want, and Grok will actually make it. Now, the hard part is finding a AI art program that will actually translate that spiciness without having to going into like Stable Diffusion, Comfy UI, that kind of thing, and run it off your own system. But basically, CArt is actually Stable Diffusion, just a light version. And you're not running it off, you're literally not running it, that's kind of screwed up. You're not running it off your own system, you're using theirs. That's why it's more powerful. If you want spicy outfit wise, definitely go to Grok. Understand though, Grok has an issue. And that issue is if you need to make corrections with it, you really have to hold its hand because for some reason it doesn't do corrections very well. It can do an HTML generator not too bad, but when you want it to actually make changes to it, it can get a little iffy. But you can't take, okay, let's say as an example, say that I decide to make a kink-friendly generator, AI generator. That is soft. It's not hard, but it is soft. And Grok screws it up somehow. And I just cannot get Grok to fix it. I cannot take that same kink-friendly generator to, say, Claude. Claude's not going to touch it with a 10-foot pole. Gemini is not going to touch it with a 10-foot pole. And ChatGPT definitely will not touch it. Because they will all say, oh, this is beyond our safety. Even if you don't want it to make any changes to the actual drop downs and whatnot, they still won't touch it. But there is kind of a way around it. It is a bit of a pain in the butt to do it.
But what you could do is you could make your base program in, say, Claude. And just say, okay, I am going to make a generator. You're not going to tell it that it's kink friendly. What you're going to do is you're going to tell it that, okay, I need male models, female models, tops, bottoms, shoes, dresses, accessories. And then you would take all of what Claude gave you and you would go back into and tell, I want 30 options per drop down. First option is none. Then you could take that generator that you got from Claude or ChatGPT, go to take it into Grok and say, okay, I need you to change every single drop down. The subject matter is this kink friendly design. I want you to actually change the title as well for me. And Grok should actually be able to add the spice level to it. Bit of a pain in the ass to do that. Or you can literally have Claude just give you an entire list and you can go in manually and change it, which that's an even bigger pain in the ass. But you can still do it that way. Oops. Oh no. Let's see. Restriction. What for? Okay. Why was I restricted? Visibility restricted. It doesn't tell me why. Due to reproduced content. Bullshit. Peel that again. See, this is what I mean. This is why TikTok pisses me off. I do not use this here. Notice it's unclear. My live does not contain these. So fuck off, TikTok. I thought I was gonna actually complain about what I was talking about, but nope. Reproduce content, my ass. There is no reproduced content. So I will peel that, and we'll see how long that takes. It's like a 10-minute thing. Not that I care. All right. So this is without the Gothic Laurel. And this is with the Gothic Laurel. Dear Lord, my tongue does not want to work. So, see, these are actually much better. This is a nice tornado kind of thing. Now that's good. That one's a little different. Oh, I like the dancer. I've seen 3 of those in my life. Those are fucking scary as shit, too. So those aren't bad. But that is what a double exposure is supposed to be doing. And let's see if it's finished. Okay. Oh, Cosmos? What the hell? Why are you showing me the Cosmos one again? Okay, you got stupid, didn't you? Let's see here. Hold on a second. 5 clean. I didn't want the clean ones. I see. Okay. Hold on, folks. I see what it did. Oh, here we go. This is the one that I wanted. It redid all 5 of them for some reason. I have no idea why I did that. So let's just download that. Let's pop that. I must have got stupid with it, and or it misunderstood what I wanted. Let's try the pedal eye again. Generate, copy. Pop this here. Boom. By the way, I do have a YT channel, so if I do get bounced, I am there. I am also in the rabbit hole. The YT channel is Grumpy Marketing 50. Makes it so you can see the whole screen a little bit better easy. Oops. Appeal not approved. What? Bullshit. See what I mean? There was nothing repurposed or anything like that. This is why I dislike TikTok so much. Oh well. That's a 10-minute ding. No big deal. But TikTok just does not like me. So, let us see if it actually got the double exposure set up right. By the way, I will put, if this actually comes out right how I want it, I will put this one up on the drive file as well. So we will see. Oh, and my video should be done. It is. Cool. So this one was test. Let's see here. Which one was this one? I can never remember what I named these things. Test 7000. Oh, yeah. Actually, there we go. This is better. This is a double exposure. This is what I wanted. So I will actually add this to the Google Drive file. This is much more the thing of what I wanted for double exposure. That one's pretty. There we go. That's much more the thing. That is a true double exposure. Now, let us see. Outfits. There we go. And then I need test. Let's see here. Test 7,000. Why did that do? Oh, damn it. I screwed that one up again. Let me guess. Did I? Yep. No? That's why. I did product slideshow instead of the photo shoot. That's just irritating. We'll just render that again. But let's see if it actually got the... Yeah, see, this actually looks like it's a page slide. Yes, it turns out it's supposed to be because of the way this was set. I did that wrong. Let's get rid of these. Let's just delete those because I don't need those up there because those were all screwed up and whatnot. And we will just let it regenerate. This doesn't cost me anything to regenerate it. I can wipe things out. I can add things, whatever I want to. And where did... Let's see here. That's generator 1. Yep, that's the right one. So generate that. Which one was this one? Double exposure, cherry blossom. That was a petal eye. Let's do this one here. Generate, copy that. And we will pop this in here. And boom. We will go from there. And sometimes I honestly think TikTok's moderators aren't paying attention. They just deny anything that you appeal. Unless it is something that shuts you down. Most of the time they're like, meh, too bad. So this file will actually go out into my Google Drive file. And... oh, there we go. That looks nice. Yeah, it's all AI bots mostly. That one I like. That's pretty. See, now it understands the double exposure. Now that's different. And then we're back to that one. So, I will go ahead, before I forget, let me close the storm off, wildlife portraits. Let's go to Google Drive. Otherwise, I will forget. Let me just stick this into the TikTok lead magnets. Thank you. By the way, if you want to get all of these, you need to get them before this coming Saturday, because I am going to be wiping out the drive file. So we'll go to File, Upload, and I will rebuild as we go along. There's that one, and then we want the stained glass one. Click Open. There we go. So if you want those are now in my drive file. If you do not have the link for my drive file, send me a DM. I will send it to you. I also have my updates on I keep my replays as well here. So if you want all of these, they're literally photos. There's music. You have an entire prompt set up. What's this one here? How many are there? This is all about wizard fantasy wise. This is only 10 of them. There's 10 there. You have fitness. You have 10 fitness ones. And waterfall prompts. This is like 100 prompts, if I remember correctly. Yep, there's 100 different prompts on that one. The Hannah, the link stays the same. I do not change that link. It goes straight to my Google Drive file. That link always stays. It's the same link. It does not change. We have an obsidian statue generator. We have a mermaid generator. Actually, two of them, but one of them has my logo on it, my branding. We have a fantasy horse one. There's also the zip files actually have photos in them. There's a cyberpunk sports one. There's a dinosaur generator, double exposure generator, dragon one, and there's a couple of dragon ones. So, if you want those, send me a DM. If you do not have the links, but the links never change. The links are always the same link. And let's see how. So we have that. Let's check out. Let's just check out the cave one again. Let's download that one. Open that. See if it actually made any kind of weird improvements or not. Because I didn't ask it to do that. Glowworm sky. Okay. Generate that. We're going to copy that. Because you never know what it's going to do. Let's see what surprises it has in store for us today. But my go-to, in all honesty, for generators is Claude. Even for doing vibe coding. 100%. This entire Seamless program here, the Seamless Production House, which is up on my store, it's $277. It will make it to where you can do as long of a video as you want. I have literally, one user has made a 58-minute video using just one of her videos, and it was looped seamlessly all the way through, and she just added her music to it. So, and then she put it on her YT channel. Yeah, there's two of them that are on the new generator right now. The girl with the flowers and the stained glass one. Those two have been added to the file. But if you want the storm one or the fire one or the animal one, the skull one, they are up on my drive file. I mean, they're up on my store. They're not there. Ah, here we go. This is much more the thing. There we go. I may have to replace a couple of those, especially the cave one. That's freaky. I like it. There we go. See, this is a true double exposure. Okay, Tanya, I will send you the both my links when I'm done here. That's not a double exposure, but it's still kind of cool. Oh, that's different. I like that one. Okay, I gotta go into my beacons and change that one out. Hold on a second. Otherwise, I'm going to forget, and that'll piss me off. Alright, let's go to beacons. That is the only one that I'm changing out, mind you. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. Actually, it's not beacons. Let's go to Google Drive. By the way, my store is in the link in bio. What you will get is you will actually get a thank you letter, which I'm going to show you why that you're going to do that. With Etsy, you can only do, I think, 4 or 5 files. Beacons, you can do 6 files, I think. Let's see here. New Seamless, on Brandly, Spark Design, double exposure. There we go. That's the double exposure one. And I need to get rid of this one here. Let's delete that. Move to trash. But what you do is you literally make yourself a thank you letter, PDF, and you load that PDF file. And the PDF file will literally have the link to your Drive file or your OneDrive, whatever cloud service you want to use. It'll be there. Thanks for swinging in, Stealthy. Appreciate that. Hope your weekend's going good. Now, with the stained glass one is up on the Drive file as well. But instead of worrying about how many files that you can have, say that you have 20 generators that you want to sell as a bundle. instead of trying to put all, you can't put all 20 on your platform. So what you do, the platform of your choice, what you do is you literally give them a PDF that says, thank you for buying my generator. Go here to get your generators. And you're gonna put the URL right there where people can click on it. Boom, you're good to go. And you can have any AI actually write you a quick thank you PDF. Give it your logo, give it your brand Bible, so that it sounds like you when it's writing it. It's not mechanical bullshit. And if you have a couple pictures, you can give it a couple of pictures and say, hey, include the photos in the thank you, if you wanted to do that. So there we go. We now have a way better generator. Let's see here. The rest of them are good, so I don't have to change any of the other ones. This one just wasn't producing what I wanted it to really produce. It wasn't bad, mind you. It's not, it's not bad, but this is way, way better. Much better, more the thing. Now, does anyone want a little sister? Mine is trying to intentionally annoy me today. She lives in the States. I'm pretty sure I can convince her husband to put her into a box and ship her off to you. I'm pretty sure that he is tired of her as well. But as I told him, my dear brother-in-law, that he was the idiot that married her. Mind you, he is good for her. But I did warn him when he was getting married to her that he was marrying into a house full of rednecks. He didn't believe me until he really settled in. But as he said, he doesn't have to deal with me because I'm in Australia, so at least that's one less redneck he has to deal with. That's pretty. That one's different. I like it, though. See, this is very close to a true... Now, this is a true double exposure. Or close to it. That one's a little bit better. That one is definitely different. Now, again, we're going to use the same prompt, but I will get rid of the laurel. Whoop. Paste that in there, and you will see the difference that we get. This is what makes CArt so much more powerful than what Midjourney is. The only thing that I do wish that it actually had was a kind of like a mood board that Midjourney has. You can do videos with this, but to be perfectly honest, the videos are a little expensive to run. But you have access to a lot of different systems. So see, okay, here is without the laurel, without the Gothic influence. So the model itself doesn't really truly understand double exposures, except for that one. That one's kind of nice. So what I'm going to do next is I need to cover this up just for a second because I got to make sure what pops up. I'm not going to show you everything. No, that's not what I wanted. Let's go here. There we go. Okay. I have a ton of choices of different models. But what I'm going to be searching for is I'm going to go double exposure. Double exposure for, here we go. Hold on a second. I'm just going to cover this up again. Okay, there's only two of them. Let's try that one. Let's just add this one here. And we will try the same prompt. Again, I do have to be careful with what CArt is producing because you never know exactly what it's going to give you. I don't have to worry so much about YT throwing a hissy fit. I've never seen it actually throw a hissy fit. TikTok, on the other hand, will throw a massive hissy fit. Every single time. So we will see how this is going to go. And my video is almost done. And we will see how that turns out. Because I do like the page idea for it to be doing that, but it's not quite fully understanding. But I want to see what it once its proper orientation and whatnot. And if it's not doing what I want it to do, I go back to Claude Code and say, okay, this orientation is not exactly what we want. You need to fix this, and you're going to grab screenshots of it so that I can see. Okay, that really was a shit thing. This one, as you can see, this is a crap. Let's see what happens when I add the Gothic thing. Hold on a second. Again, just got to cover that up. Reason. What do you mean? Yes, there are. Hold on. Okay. Oh, I see why. No, nothing recent on that one. Hold on. Let's go to Gothic. I'll go to here. Search. Image. Hold on. Let's see here. Search. All right, good. Those are safe. Gothic. Let's see here. I can never remember what Ethereal Gothic. Sorry. Ethereal Gothic. Nope. Well, to be perfectly honest, I do not like what these produced anyways, so that was kind of a waste of time. But that's okay. Now then, we're going to pop that back up there. Go here. But you can literally try. Now I got to cover this up. Yep, there we go. You can just try the different models, the different laurels, to see what this is going to do. Some of the models, some of the laurels, in all honesty, are trash. But you're never going to know until you try them. And we go to delete these because I don't want those up there. Voila. I have no idea with that one. That was literally the model that was doing that. And there are literally, you have a ton of models that you can try. So it literally gives us a better option. It's more powerful than what Midjourney is, and it's cheaper too. It's like $10 a month. They even have an option for $3 for the first month to try it out, so that you can play with it. I mean, you can't go wrong with three fucking dollars. Yeah. While we're waiting, out of curiosity, let's just try. Let's see here. I don't want that one. All right, what we're going to do is let's go. Let's build a new HTML generator. But this one will be about sea. Let's go sea animals and the ocean within it. We'll see how well I can get away with that one. You never know. Okay, thanks for following me. I appreciate that. Deep ocean palette, midnight blues, teals. Yep, animal as primary subject, ocean world living inside it. All right, cool. Again, the only reason why I got away with this, and this was a really shitty prompt, I will be surprised if I get something decent out of this one, is because of the fact that I am in my same chat that I had started with, doing the double exposures. So Claude knows exactly what I need, what I want, without me going through this massive prompt. We go to settings. Let me go back to usage to see how close I'm getting to the daily usage. Cool. I'm only at 50%. That's easy enough. And let's see here. Where's my double exposure? There we go. We'll click back down that one. And it's still doing its thing. Always remember to keep an eye on your usage. Because once in a while it will sneak up on you. And you're like, what the hell? Why aren't you doing anything? And then it comes up with the bottom thing that says you've reached your limit for the 5 hours or the week, depending on how much you're using it. Come back in 5 hours. Hey, Gigi, how you doing? Hope your weekend's going good. So we are literally building a double exposure ocean sea animal with the ocean inside the animal. Because I so much prefer... the double exposure is one of my favorites, to be perfectly honest. And, let's see here. Just because I don't like sitting still for too long, because it drives me nuts for some reason. Let's see here. Where's the animal one? Storm exposure. Here's the animal generator. Wild and World. Let us grab the wolf in the forest. Generate that. We're going to copy that. Stick her into CArt. And we will put the prompt back up there. Now, these prompts are actually, this entire generator, along with 9 other generators, are in my store. Link is in my bio. $40, you get 9 generators. And you can take these to Midjourney, you can take them to CArts, Night Cafe, wherever you want to go, you can take them in there. You can go to, if you want to play around with Nano Banana 2, go to the free version of Gemini. You don't have to pay for it. And you can do like 20 photos, I do believe, a day. Using Nano Banana. Using Nano Banana 2. And you can do it like 20 times. You can go to ChatGPT. I don't know how many times you can use chats. I have no idea how many times you can use chat for free. I'm just going to say, show this to me as a photo. I do not pay for chat anymore. Since version 5, it got too damn stupid. I get better. Thank you for the gifts. Oh, okay, so that 10-minute thing is up. But because of version 5, they really dumbed the hell out of ChatGPT, so I stopped using it and went straight to Claude. Well, actually, I take it back. I went from ChatGPT to GenSpark. I now tell people not to use GenSpark because GenSpark is doing some really underhanded shit with their advertisement. It's 100% false advertising. Oh, there we go. Chat didn't do too bad. That's pretty decent for double exposure. Let's see what Gemini does. Let's go show me this as a photo. Try to spell photo right. Excuse me. Damn. See if my movie's done. Oh, yep. All right, rendered completed. Now, let's see. Now that I actually have the settings right on this thing. All right, here we go. 13 minutes and 25 seconds. All seamless. All with this nice little text there that's great for grabbing people's attention. So if I wanted to, I could literally use my my snippet program and break this completely apart. Make 15-second videos, 30-second videos, in a minute video. Start loading them each up to here in TikTok. Load them to YT. Wherever I want to load them to. And this way I have content for months, not just days. I can just literally split all of these up and say, okay, this is what, here we go. We can do this, we can do that. Here's another video that I did with the seamless one and the butterfly generator. This one is 4 or 5 minutes. Fully branded. This is what you want. You want to brand your stuff. This generator, of course, is of that new transition here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Claude and let's see here. My next thing, actually I got to make sure, I don't remember which one this is. Oh, that's my grumpy one. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to add another folder. Let's see here, add folder, and we're going to go to output there. We go to D drive. Go to my journal drive because I'm pretty sure the journal here is the right one. Actually, before I do that, let me just double check on the journal. Go to D. And the problem here is that I actually run both. I program both on my computer and my laptop, mostly my laptop, because my wife uses the computer all day long, so we have to share. Must not have done that one. Let's see here. Let me check my laptop, because I can always pull that off. I can pull an example off very easily. We go to there, we go to C, find the journals. And yes, I actually have a journal factory. It actually makes journals. Journal output. Let's see your prompts, PDFs. Projects. That's the JSON source. PDFs. Wired wrong. Let's see here. Nope, that's not the right one. That's just the actual PDF. Metadata prompts. Nope. That's just irritating as shit. Artwork, Claude, fonts recovery. I will just have to find me another example. Because the page itself does not quite work like I want it to. But the beautiful thing is, you can go to Claude, you can tell it, hey, this is not what I want. What we can do, we can actually grab a video. What we can do, okay. Oh, this is Gemini. Yep, this is what Gemini gave us off that one wolf prompt. So that's not too bad. Let's see what CArt came up with. Here we go. I only set it for 4, but still. So this is what CArt gave us. This one's, oh, that was nice. So we have all of those rather nicely. Done. Now, let's see if Claude is done with the... it is done with the ocean. We'll download that, and let's see. Let's have a look. Bad pun, I know. Let's see here. We got a whale within. Let's try that. Generate, copy. Chuck this into CArt. And this time we're going to go with 8. And we'll pop that up. And we'll see what this does. We'll see if this is good or not. And while we're waiting for that, let's go to Google. All right. Videos with videos that look like a book page is turning transition. What is that called? Boom. All right. Flipbook. All right. Page turn or page peel transition. Okay. Perfect. That's what we want to do. So I'm going to grab this thing here. Well, we don't want Adobe and all that other crap. But actually, we're going to copy that because I can. We'll go to copy. I go back to Claude Code, and I'm going to say, okay, this is what I meant about the page turning transition. Boom. Copy that, and Claude should be able to rewrite that specific transition for me. And then all I have to do is literally just go ahead and rerun the exe file, and boom. And we just let Claude do its thing. Let's close off that because I no longer need that up there. We'll close that off. We will close the billing off. Close that one off. Close that off. We'll keep the ocean up, and we will check this out. Could not. Oh, yes, you can. Try that again. Sometimes CArt will whine about something for some reason. Oh, oops, cancel that. Nope, cancel. Cancel. That was my fault. Make sure I'm in the right one. Copy that. By the way, I have found something kind of interesting, and I did it by complete accident. If you take your generators, like these generators here, they all have Suno Music prompt. If you take that Suno Music prompt and you put it into an AI program that does photos, and you just put the song in there, it's going to give you a video. Well, not a video, but it's going to give you a photo of the song. And some of the interpretations can be really wild as hell. Let me show you. Just watch your eyes again if you are photosensitive. I need to scroll up a fair bit here. Past all that, past that, past that. Past those. Past this stuff here. Past that. Here's before I forget, this is what the Arbiter one does. Okay, my generators and a lot of other people's now are doing are including a Suno Music prompt. And if you actually just grab the Suno Music prompt, instead of putting in a Suno, you go to say CArt and you just drop everything in there. It will actually give you, here we go, some really weird shit. Let me see if this was the right prompt. Yeah, here we go. Suno Music prompt, Eye of the Storm. I thought these were literally my storm generator. And it's literally just the song prompt. And this is how it actually interpreted the song prompt. And some of these actually came out kind of cool, and a few of them are like, what the ever living shit. There you go. Like the song is literally called Eye of the Storm. A complete screw up on my part, mind you, but it's kind of a cool screw up. Or as Bob Ross liked to say, a happy little accident. Here we go. That one's different. This one I like, though, and even the wife liked this one because it looks like the people are running from the storm. That one's a little funky. No real double exposure or anything like that, but it's still kind of cool. That one's not bad. And then, okay, that was it. So there we go. So if you have to be a little careful on what you're putting prompt-wise in, but sometimes you never know what you're going to get. Let's see here. Okay, that's kind of cool. But a little distracting with the blue background. There we go. That's a little better. So you literally have the whale with the ocean scene within it. What'd you do, Alexander? What was the subject matter? That's different. Yeah, so-so. Not the greatest, not the worst that I've seen. Not overly impressed with it, but sometimes you got to run it a couple different times. Let's go to, or maybe the subject matter is just a little too close to the primary, which can actually happen. Oh yeah, the Suno Music one. It can be really impressive. You just never know what you're going to pull up with. Like as an example, let me grab the Suno Music for this music prompt. We'll copy that, and let's just dump it into here, and we'll see how it interprets it. Yeah, you can actually get some nice artwork for your photos. All right, let's see if Claude is done doing its thing. Got it. You want an actual page peel, yep, effect, not just a diagonal, yep. That requires a custom implementation using the, so there we go. Let me read the full engine first. Now let me see exactly how render, okay, cool. See, it's literally checking everything that it needs to check before it starts writing. Because you never know. I always keep an eye, a semi-decent eye on Claude code when it's writing, so that if I come across a bug, it stays in the back of my head. It's like, oh, hey, wait a minute. We had this, I've seen this before. That's a fair funkiness. See, sometimes the double exposure is just not going to work. Because the subject matter and the primary subject and the secondary subject might be a little too close. So it's not going to make a lot of sense. And that just doesn't make any sense. But let's see what it comes up with the song. Because you literally never know what's going to happen. Why did I close that off? I have no idea. Wrong button. Right button. I accidentally closed my live out on YT. Not that anyone's in there, but still. This way I can pay attention to the chat a little bit. And this is taking its sweet time. But that could be because of what Claude Code is doing. So you're checking how usage translation, so there we go. It now understands what I meant by the turning of the page, because I like that effect. And I want to be able to have that effect for my videos. My whole idea here with the programs that I have, like with the Seamless one, you don't have to pay for Canva to do this. You don't have to use CapCut to do this. The Seamless program actually does the whole thing. My whole idea on all the programs that I'm coming up with is basically to cut out as much subscriptions as we can. My entire generator suite, which is $500 for the next 3 people. Then I'm jumping the price to $1,005. It makes it to where you can make content very, very, very easy, very, very cheaply. Like, I have an entire pod factory that does print-on-demand descriptions that are on brand for you, cost you like maybe 3 cents. It does amazing work so that you can actually go to whatever, if you're hosting your own web store, if you're doing it on Beacons, if you're doing it on Stan, wherever you're hosting your stuff, you can actually have proper descriptions instead of using the shit descriptions that like Printful or Printify give you. Because everything that we do here, folks, everything that you do, you want to have branded. You want to stand out amongst the crowd. And the way you do this is you stop using the generic stuff that you get from your suppliers. You don't rely just on the photos. You literally rely on both photos and your descriptions. That's what the Pod Factory does. It helps you with that. The brain dump, which is included in that, that is literally for those 2 a.m. thoughts that you can't sleep because you've had too much caffeine in you, or you got a busy head. You can turn the brain dump on and just start talking. And it will organize your thoughts for you. And if you want, it can even expand using Claude. It will actually expand onto it. So this way you don't have to have a ton of sticky notes or this massive journal full of rambling thoughts. You can put it on your computer and let your computer hold your rambling thoughts. I use it a fair bit, and then I can go back through and I can look at the CSV. I can look at the PDF, which I prefer the PDF. And I can say, okay, this is kind of a cool idea. Let's really expand on that idea. And I can take it to Claude. Or I can go to ChatGPT or wherever the hell I want to go and say, okay, let's expand on this idea that I had at 2 o'clock in the morning, because the squirrel in my head would not settle its ass down. All right, come on, show me the program here. Yeah, see, this is the problem. When you start doing Claude code, it will slow things down a little bit. It will take a fair bit of bandwidth. And sometimes CArt just hangs up. So let's generate another one just to see. Let's go to Orca Power. We'll copy that. And we'll pop this in here. Ah, there we go. So this is what I came up with using the Suno music. That one's different. So it can have some different interpretations of different things. If we do that, we'll pop that one in there as well. And let's get rid of the Gothic influence. And do that as well. And we'll see what it comes up with. So sometimes the laurels will help you. Other times it will be utter shit. You just don't know until you try it. Oh, and let me see here. I think... Do I actually have this here? Let me just... Hold on one second. I found a free... Let's find it. Ah, here it is. This is a free AI image generator that is uncensored. What's this? That's fine. And it is literally... Let me see if you can... Let me make sure you get the URL. There we go. That's the URL. It is literally freegen.app. It is literally uncensored. It only does one photo at a time. I'm not going to show you any of those because that will definitely get me kicked off, both here and YouTube. But it is uncensored and it is free. Yes, very spicy, uncensored. And here is, okay, as you can see, this is without the laurel. And this is using the Suno song music. Mind you, that is not bad for humpback whales and whatnot. But with the laurel, we get this. That one's cool. That one I would use. Thanks for the heart meat. But this one I would use as an art cover for the song. That one's not too bad either. That's messed up. Okay, explosion at the top of the ocean with that behemoth. That one's not too bad either. But the best one out of them, in all honesty, is that one right there. That is a good interpretation of the song. The song was literally called The Ocean Within. And if we produce this, let's go to producer. Well, actually, it is now called Flow Music, which is my go-to. Instead of using Suno, we'll just pop that in there. And we'll pop this. And we'll see what the music sounds like. All I'm doing is I'm literally just grabbing the URL from the, I mean, not the URL, I'm just grabbing the song prompt that the generator gave me, and I am sticking it into Flow Music. Mind you, I would enhance the ever-living shit out of this, better than what Suno Music can do, but for right now, I'm being lazy. I'm just literally popping it into Flow Music. Oop. Turn this up. Gives us two versions. So there we go. Here's the version, the second version. Yep. Bubbling in the background apparently. Not too bad for a bare bones prompt. But producer can outperform Suno very, very, very easily because of the fact that I have full control over music. I have full control over instruments, lyrics, the actual singer. Way better. And I'm not limited. Suno's got, I think, a 1,000 or a 3,000 character limit. Flow Music does not. I can literally build an entire song, and it can be 2 or 3 pages long, and as long as I break it up into sections, it can actually do very, very good music-wise. Let me see here. Hold on a second. Cinematic Storm. Nope. Actually, instead of looking down through there, I can just go to my songs. As an example, right here. Something I'm working on. Okay, 1,000.
I pulled the bike off to the gravel edge, hands still shaking on the steel. Some guy in a Julie honked his horn like he knows the way I feel. He don't know the weight I'm hauling or how the frame begins to bow when you're built to be the bedrock, but you've got nowhere left to go. And I know she'd ask me why I'm hiding if she saw me in this state. But a man's confession is a debt he pays back at a higher rate. So I keep it locked within the bones where the rising tide can stay, because the last time I was honest, she used it just to get her way. This is the side of the road Where the men come to break, the only patch of earth we've got to feel the heavy quake. We're the shelter and the paycheck, the one who keeps the engine clean. But even stone can turn to sand in the spaces in between. So if you see a man pulled over, don't you stare and don't you leave. The shoulder of the highway is the only place he's allowed to grieve. I saw a soldier on the bypass with a trooper at his side. Thought it was a fender bender, but it was the turn of the tide. Turns out the war wasn't over, he was just caught in his throat. He was leaning on the steering wheel in a heavy army coat. He asked that lawman for a moment to be held just like a son, and that troop would take to show him that he won. 'Cause we're raised to be the iron, be the mountain, be the still, on a quiet country hill. Because the last time I let the water fall, she took a mental photograph, saved it for a Tuesday night, to use it like a blade. What kind of man are you, she asked, when the world was turning gray. So I learned to keep my secrets and find a place to pull away. The helmet's resting on the seat, the sun is sinking low. I don't quite have the heart right now, she'll ask me how the afternoon was, and I'll tell her it was fine. 'Cause fine is the only armor left for men like mine.
I actually have not messed with UK industry. Oops. Hold on. This is like the third or fourth version of this song. And yeah, there are ways around limits and whatnot, but with flow music, I don't have to worry about music. I don't have to worry about the workarounds. I can literally, let me see here. Let me see if I can actually find that. I don't remember where I put that at. Let's see here. Side of the road. Here we go. Here we go. This is literally the entire prompt. Broken into 3 sections. I literally have the vocal blueprint. I can literally change the vocal range. I can turn the singer into more of like a Johnny Cash singer if I wanted to. I could go high soprano. All I gotta do is give it the details. The phrasing quirks as well. We have full instrumental. The entire kind of instrumental. FX and background and whatnot. And flow music is actually getting a little bit better with the sound effects and whatnot. And then the second part is basically the full lyrics. And then the final part, tempo and key, vocal delivery by cues, mix architecture. We absolutely have rules that it must follow, and it started going through these. And mind you, it didn't quite, the very first one didn't quite, I didn't really like it. It was a little bit too much on the rap side. It just didn't feel right. So I went more country, a little bit more dark country with this song. I will probably play around with a couple of different genres to find out what it is. Yeah, it is literally called Flow Music. It is www.flowmusic.api. Technically, I think they may still be in beta. I do not know yet. It's $8 a month. You pay the $8, and you can use everything for commercial usage. You have way more control over your music than what Suno has ever even thought of giving it. Yeah, Google Flow. Let me show you. Let me zoom in on here. Hold on. There we go. Right there. www.flowmusic.api. .app, not API. It used to be Refusion, then it went to Producer, and now they are part of Google. Actually went up and said, hey, we like what you're doing. Let's join forces. And boom. Now they are part of Google. I just like it because it sounds better. It doesn't have that tinny sound that Suno tends to have. And there's no fucking limit. The only thing that you have to remember is you have to break the song up. So, to me, it just has better quality. It has way more controls over it. I have a persona that I use called Reed, and he actually writes the music for me. I have him stuck in DeepSeek right now. Haven't tried him in Claude yet, but DeepSeek does really good for that. Gemini kind of sucks for it, which is a shame. ChatGPT, kind of hit or miss on that one as well. But I had to try him in Claude. I haven't tried him in Claude yet. Let's see here. Are you done yet? What page turner actually does now? Filter. Okay, cool. So all I got to do, let's see here. Which? Hello, love. Come on. I'm good. I'm going to end it here just shortly.
Oh, that's okay.
All right.
Just waiting.
Yeah. All right, love you. All right. Let's see. Which bat file am I using to build this? Claude's got this bad habit of sticking shit where I don't want it to sometimes. Yeah, Suno does deliberately mute the quality, and it's a kind of a shame, to be perfectly honest. But I mean, at 1,000 character limit, it's too much of a pain in the ass. So, all right, cool. It actually used the right one. What the hell? Hold on a sec. Oh, great! Construction's gonna start again. Yay! Alright, so we go back to here. We go to my D drive. Go to... Oh, not D drive, sorry. I gotta go to my C drive. Go to... By the way, if you start vibe coding the ever-living shit out of things like what I'm doing, what you want to do... Where's Seamless at? Oh, Seamless? Why are you... That's weird. What is going on here? Something weird's going on. Shopify users. Okay, hold on a second. Output. D snippet. Seamless. Oh, okay, wait a minute. It's in my D drive. That's why. It's not on my C drive. Wrong computer. Seamless. There we go. But what you want to do when you're vibe coding. Oh, I will, Maze. Send me a DM, and I will send you both Echo Muse and Reed. You might like both of them. Echo Muse is specifically designed to write music for Suno, trying to stay within the limits of Suno. Reed is designed specifically for Flow Music. Well, originally he was designed for Refusion, then Producer, and now Flow Music. I hate when they change the fucking names on me. Let's see here. We go to... Where's my bat file? Now, as I was saying, when you are vibe coding an entire program, what you want Claude Code to do is once it's done building it, you're going to tell it make sure to include a build.bat file. And this build file, once you click on it, it's going to literally build your executable file. Or if you're using a Mac, it'll use whatever the fuck Mac uses. And it will start building this. This way you don't have to go into your command prompt, type out this long string of crap and try to figure out where you stuck things at, all that other good jazz. You just tell it, hey, build me a bat file along with this. And it's literally a build.bat. And it will literally build, I can just ignore it now. It will quickly actually build my exe for me, and then I can just start selling that exe program. Now, with my programs, and if you do this yourself, you are an independent developer, Microsoft will sit there and warn people left, right, and center about it. It will literally force you to download. If you download it, you have to click on your 3 little buttons on the download, tell it to keep it. Then when you go to install it, you literally have to tell it, okay, it's perfectly fine to run this. Shut up. Do it that way. Because I am not paying $800 to $900 a year for basically a little certification that I stick into the program that says, oh, hey, they're paying, Microsoft is extorting me and I'm paying them to be extorted. So, And I think Apple's actually even more expensive. I think it's like $900 to $1,000 a year to be quote unquote approved. Fuck that noise. They get enough money off me as is. Alright, so we have our bat file has been finished. Our exe. And we go to here. That's where it's at. 922. We go to copy. And I just need to move this to my new folder. New seamless. Here we go. Paste this in here. Overwrite it. Give it a second. And then we're just going to pop that open again. And I will try that. But I need to get going. The wife is awake. And I need to go cook breakfast for both of us. We've got a little bit of a busy day this morning. And I will talk with you all later. I will see you maybe tomorrow. It depends. Someone wants to do a one-on-one. So we will see if she can do that tomorrow or not. I don't see the point in gatekeeping, Maze. There are certain things that, yes, you're going to have to buy from me. My time is worth the money. The programs that I design are worth the money. But I don't see the point in gatekeeping. If you guys have questions, fucking ask them. Send me a DM. You can find me in the rabbit hole. Link is in the bio. Yes, happy Mother's Day for everyone that's in the States. But if you have questions about AI, about marketing, feel free to reach out. The only people that I bite are the wife and the mailman, and they both deserve it. So, yeah. Now, mind you, if you ask me a stupid-ass question, I'm going to give you a stupid-ass answer. And yes, there are stupid questions to ask. So, I don't even care if humanity should know about it or not. To be perfectly honest, I don't care. Humanity can look after itself. Well, most days. Other days, I swear to God that we're all nothing but a bunch of drunk toddlers that have been run amok, I refuse to grow up, by the way. I'm 50 years old. This adulting thing sucks, so fuck it, I say. So, y'all have a good Sunday. You have fun. And if you want the bundle that I showed you earlier, there's 9 bundles. They're on my store, $40. You get literally 9 double exposure generators. That's $50. That's a $50 savings because I normally charge $10 per generator. There is also 2 new generators in the generator, my drive file. If you do not have those 2 Google Drive files, one is for my replays, one is for the generators. Send me a DM. I will send you the links. Beyond that, you all have a good one. See if I can close. Oh, yeah, first time. There we go. And